friends to join, and then we'll start the class.
This call is now being recorded.
Okay. So since it has been long time after Sunday, Saturday, you are visiting this signals and system class. So what have we, in which module are we? So we are in Z transform module. So what did we learn this Z transform module? First, we studied about the application of Z transform, where it is being used. So how it is being applied to the control system, what are zeros, what are poles, the concept of stability, or how do you use it in a control system to understand the performance of the system. I have explained you, giving the intuition in the first part, and then I have moved on to properties of ROC, giving the formula for what is the formula for Z transform, and solving problems on Z transform with respect to different properties. Then we have discussed about the properties of this Z transform, so time differentiation, etc. And with respect to the properties, we solved some problems. So the derivation and the problems we have done. And then afterwards, what did we do? We came to this inverse Z transform. So in the last class, we have discussed about the partial fraction method. So in this class, we will discuss about the second method, which is known as power series method or long division method. So, as I always say, if you concentrate on the first 10 minutes, your work is done here. So, if you know the funda of the how do you solve this Z transform, it is over. Okay. So, just concentrate on this problem. So, how do you obtain the inverse Z transform by power series method? So, in the exam, if they ask find the inverse Z transform, use partial fraction method. Okay. So if they do not ask particularly, power series method or long division method, use partial fraction method, because it is easy, because partial fraction, how to get the inverse, it is easy for that. If they ask you particularly use this power series method, then only go for this power series method. Okay. So let's understand the question. So first we'll understand one particular problem, and then other problems will be on the same basis here. So you need not worry about other problems. Just concentrate on this problem, and you will be happy at the end of the day, because it's so simple. Okay. Having said that, we'll go to the first problem of today. So find the inverse Z transform by power series method. Particularly if they ask, we have to solve using this power series method. So x of z is equal to 3z plus 2 divided by z minus 2 into z plus 3. Find the inverse z transform for first condition mod z greater than 3, second condition mod z lesser than 2. So how do you solve this one? First, what you do, you simplify. So 3z plus 2, write it in the numerator as it is 3z plus 2. Then observe the denominator. Z minus 2 into z plus 3, you multiply it and you simplify it. So it will be z square plus 3z minus 2z minus 6. So I have simplified and I have written, because this multiplication and all you can do it easily. So z square plus z minus 6. So now what method are we using? We are using power series method or long division method. So keep this in mind. So it is long division method, right? So what we have to do? We have to divide. So what we have to divide? We have to divide them numerator by the denominator for these two conditions. Okay. So first step, you write it and you simplify it. and then we will take this first condition, mod z greater than 3. Okay, so let me go to another page. So for mod z greater than 3, so if you take the ROC, so there will be mod z greater than 3. So this will be 3. So your mod z is greater than 3. So your ROC is right hand side, correct term? And your x of n must consist of positive time sequence. Okay, so your inverse, whatever you calculate, x of n should have positive time sequence. Okay, and then for that what you have to do is you have to divide them numerator by denominator to get them quotient consist of negative power of z. So this theory, it's like, what sir you have written, you may ask. So don't worry about this theory here. Okay, concentrate on what I am doing here. So what did we get there? We got as 3z plus 2 divided by z square plus z minus 6. So for mod z greater than 3, what you have to do is just write as it is. So z square plus z minus 6. So z square plus z minus 6 and 3z plus 2. So divide the numerator by denominator. So what do you do if you have 5 by 2? You will divide 2 and 5 like this. So same thing you apply for this. Okay. So for this polynomial. So do not worry, just divide. So z square plus z minus 6. So 3z plus 2 you have to divide. So how can you divide this one? So into 3z minus 1. So multiply this one. 3z minus 1 into z square, it is 3z. Then 3z to the power of minus 1 plus z, it is 3. Then 3z to the power of minus 1 into minus 6, it is minus 18 z to the power of minus 1. Then what you have to do? You have to change this sign. So minus becomes plus, minus and minus. So then what you have to do? You have to cancel you. Okay. So plus 3z and minus 3z, it will get cancelled off. Then minus 3 plus 2, it is minus 1. Okay. Then here it is plus 18 z to the power of minus 1. Then what you have to do? You have to multiply it by what to get minus 1? You have to multiply it by minus z to the power of minus 2. So if you multiply minus z to the power of minus 2, what you'll get here? Minus 1. So minus z to the power of minus 2 into plus z, it is minus z to the power of minus 1. So minus z to the power of minus 2 into minus 6, it is plus 6 z to the power of minus 2. Then what you have to do? You have to change the sign. So let us change the sign here. So plus becomes minus, minus becomes plus, and minus becomes plus here. So this 2 and this 2 cancels off. So 18 z to the power of minus 1 plus z to the power of minus 1, it is 19 z to the power of minus 1, and this one it is minus 6 z to the power of minus 2. Now what you have to multiply to get plus 19 z to the power of minus 1? You have to multiply by plus 19 z to the power of minus 3, because you multiply 19 into 19, 19. Z to the power of 2 into z to the power of minus 3 is z to the power of minus 1. So 19 z to the power of minus 1 plus 19 z to the power of minus 2, then 19 z to the power of minus 3 into minus 6 is nothing but minus 114 z to the power of minus 3. Okay, so this you again you change the sign. Okay, and again what we will get here? So these two cancels off. So minus 19 minus 6 is minus 25 z to the power of minus 2, and this is plus 114 z to the power of minus 3. Again, if you want to get this minus 25 z to the power of minus 2, means you have to multiply it by minus 25 z to the power of minus 4. So make sure at least you write three terms in the coefficient, quotient. Then see here, observe here carefully. So your quotient is 3z to the power of minus 1 minus z to the power of minus 2 plus 19z to the power of minus 3 and minus 25z to the power of minus 4. Okay, and so on. So take the inverse z transform. So taking inverse z transform, so what we will get here? So take the inverse of 3 into z to the power of minus 1, it is 3 del of n minus 1 minus, so z to the power of minus 2 is del of n minus 2 plus 19 del of n minus 3 minus 25 del of n minus 4. So what we have done, so given mod z is greater than 3, so just you divide it and take this coefficient. So make sure at least 3 coefficient is there, okay, if not 4, at least 3, and then take the z transform. So this is your answer here. So this is for mod z greater than 3. So second one, what they have asked in the question, so let us go back to the question. So it is mod z lesser than 2. Okay, so don't worry, we'll solve for that one. So we have mod z lesser than 2. So here ROC is left sided. So if you have this 2, mod z less than 2 is ROC is left hand sided. Then x of n, your inverse, which consists of time sequence, okay, it should be left hand sided, your x of n, okay, here. So what you have to do is you have to again divide the numerator by denominator. So what did you have in numerator? 3z plus 2. And what did you have in denominator? You have z square plus z minus 6. So this is your numerator by denominator. So now in order to get this mod z lesser than 2, you have to write in a different way. That's it. Instead of 3z plus 2, write it as 2 plus 3z. Instead of z square plus z minus 6, make sure you write in this form, minus 6 plus z plus z square. So because your mod z is lesser than 2, we have to get, the quotient in terms of, negative time sequence. Okay, so what is this one? Minus 6 and 2, if you want to get, you have to multiply it by minus 1 by 3. So minus 1 by 3 into minus 6 is plus 2, and minus 1 by 3 into plus z is minus 1 by 3 into z, and minus 1 by 3 into z square is minus 1 by 3 z square. So now what we will do, we will interchange the signs. So plus becomes minus, minus becomes plus, and minus becomes plus. So this get cancels. So 3 plus 1 by 3, it is 10 by 3 into z, and this is plus 1 by 3 into z square. So in order to get 10 by 3 into z, what you have to do, you have to multiply it minus 6 by minus 10 by 18 into z. So 6 3s are, it will be 10 by 3, minus into minus is plus. So what we will get here, it is 10 by 3 into z minus 10 by 18 into z square, and minus 10 by 18 into z square, it is minus 10 by 18 into z cube. So now let us change the sign here. So plus becomes minus, minus becomes plus, and minus becomes plus here. So this term cancels. So here you will get as 16 by 18 into z square, and here it is plus 10 by 18 into z cube. So this you have to do. Okay, 1 by 3 plus 1 10 by 18, it is 16 by 18. Okay, so what you have to multiply here again, it is minus 16 divided by 108 into z square, and so on. Okay, so get the three terms of the quotient here, and then what we have to do, we have to write the quotients here. So let me write the quotients for you. So what we have the quotients as minus 1 by 3 minus 10 by 18 into z minus 16 divided by 108 into z square plus so on. It continues. Okay, so if we get first three terms is enough, so take inverse. So taking inverse, what we will get? So your x of n is nothing but minus 1 by 3 into del of n minus 10 by 18 into del of n plus 1, because here z to the power of 1, and minus 16 by 108 into del of n plus 2, and so on. So this is your inverse using power series method. Easy, isn't it? Just you have to divide the numerator by denominator, and for mod z greater than 3 you have to make it in one form, for mod z less than 2 make it in one form, and you have to solve. So let us see once again what we have done to get a brief idea. So given the question, find the inverse z transform by power series method. First write it, so 3z plus 2, and denominator you multiply and write it. And then first let us take this condition, mod z greater than 3. So for mod z greater than 3, directly write it. So divide the numerator by denominator. So z square plus z minus 6 and 3z plus 2. For the other thing, for mod z less than 2, write it ulta. Minus 6 plus z square, and here it is 2 plus 3z. Just the way how you write it is different there. Other things are same. Okay. Then you divide. So this division you have learnt in your PUC or your mathematics m1 m2. So it is easy for you to divide, get the quotient, and then take the inverse. Inverse is easy. So z to the power of minus 1 is del of n minus 1, z to the power of minus 3 is del of n minus 3, z to the power of minus 2 is del of n minus 2. So those things you can do here, plus dash dash. Okay. So then for mod z lesser than 2, just the way you write is different. So it is minus 6 plus z square and 2 plus 3z. So divide it and get the answer. So same way, just the way you divide, it's a little bit different. Okay. So make sure you understand it. So you have got this problem means, this first problem means this whole module is, this class is easy for you, because all the other problems are based on the same funda. So let's go to another problem here. So the problem is x of z is equal to 3z square plus 2z divided by z square minus 3z plus 2. So here for us, there is no need to simplify, because they have already simplified and given here. For mod z greater than 2 we have to do, and mod z lesser than 1 we have to do. So let us take the first one, which is mod z greater than 2. So for mod z greater than 2, what we have to do? We have to write z square minus 3z plus 2, and this is 3z square plus 2z. So let us divide. So what if you multiply, you will get 3z square. So it is 3. So 3 into z square is 3z square. 3 into minus 3z is minus 9z, and 3 into plus 2 is plus 6. After that, what you have to do? You have to change the sign. So let us change the sign here. So what happens? So this get cancels. So 9 plus 2 is plus 11z, and it is minus 6. So what you have to multiply it by z square to get plus 11z? So it is plus 11z to the power of minus 1. So multiply. So 11z to the power of minus 1 into z square is nothing but 11z, and 11z to the power of minus 1 into minus 3z is nothing but minus 33, and 11z to the power of minus 1 into 2 is nothing but plus 22 z to the power of minus 1. Now what you have to do? You have to change the sign. So plus to minus, minus to plus, and plus to minus. So these two cancels off, and what we get here, it is plus 27 minus 22 z to the power of minus 1. So what you have to multiply to get 27 with z to the power of 2? You have to multiply by 27 z to the power of minus 2. So if I get 3 terms is more than enough, so let me take them inverse. So what is our quotient here? 3 plus 11z to the power of minus 1 plus 27z to the power of minus 2, and so on. So let's take the inverse of this one. Taking the inverse, so what we will get? Q is equal to 3 into del of n plus 11 into del of n minus 1 plus 27 into del of n minus 2, and so on. So this is your inverse z transform of mod z greater than 2. For mod z lesser than 1, what we have to do? We have to write it ulta, like 2 minus 3z plus 3z square. Here it is 2z plus 3z square. So let us do for the second condition, mod z lesser than 1. Let me go to another sheet. So for mod z lesser than 1, we have to write it ulta. So it is 2 minus 3z plus z square, and here it is 2z plus 3z square. So what you have to multiply here? It is z. Z into 2, 2z. Z into minus 3z, it is minus 3z square, and z into z square is plus z cube. So then what you have to do? You have to change the sign. So minus plus minus, so this gets cancelled off. So plus 3z square plus 3z square, it is 6z square, and it is minus z cube. So what you have to multiply here? You have to multiply by plus 3z square. 3z square into 2, it is 6z square, and 3z square into minus 3z, it is minus 9z cube, and 3z square into z square, it is, here it is 3z to the power of minus 4. So again, what you have to do? You have to change the sign. So let us change the sign here. So this and this gets cancels off. So minus 9z cube minus z cube, it is 8z cube. So here it is minus 3z to the power of minus 4. And here what you have to get? It is plus 4z cube. That time you will get here 8z cube. Okay. So we got our three terms. So our quotient is z plus 3z square plus 4z cube and so on. So now what we have to do? We have to take the inverse. So take them inverse. So what you will get? Q is equal to del of n plus 1 plus 3 into del of n plus 2 plus 4 into del of n plus 3 and so on. So just, like the previous thing we have solved here. So now what is our second condition? So we have got our second condition. Sorry for that one. So mod z lesser than 1 was our second condition. Okay, so it's easy. So given the sum x of z is equal to 3z square plus 2z divided by z square minus 3z plus 2. So for first condition, for mod z greater than 2, we have to write as it is, divide the numerator by denominator, and take the z inverse of your quotient. Make sure at least three terms should be present in your quotient, so that we'll get enough terms to express our inverse z transform. And for the second condition, mod z lesser than 1, what we have to do? We have to write it in a different manner, just like 2 minus 3z plus z square, and it is 2z plus 3z square. Take the first three quotient and get them inverse easily. Okay, so all the problems are based on the same funda. Okay, so let's go to another problem here. So x of z is equal to 1 divided by 1 plus z to the power of minus 2. So here what you have to do is multiply the numerator by z square and denominator by z square. So what you will get? So it will be z square. So I'll write here for you, multiply the numerator and denominator by z square. So it will be z square divided by z square plus 1. Okay. So the first condition is you have to find the inverse z transform for mod z greater than 1. Second condition is you have to find inverse z transform for mod z less than 1. So let us go to the first condition where we will solve for mod z greater than 1. For mod z greater than 1, what we have to do? We have to write, in terms of z square plus 1. So as it is z square plus 1 and z square. So this is your, so I'll write it again here, sorry. So we have z square plus 1 and z square. So this is your numerator, this is your denominator. So z square, 1's a z square. So 1 into 1 is 1. So then what you have to do? You have to change the sign. So let me change the sign. So this and this cancels off. So you will get here minus 1. So what you have to do? to get minus 1, multiply it by minus z to the power of minus 2. So if you multiply minus z to the power of minus 2 into plus z square, you'll get here it as minus 1. So minus z to the power of minus 2 into plus 1 is minus z to the power of minus 2. Again change the sign here. So what we will get, so this and this gets cancels off, so it is z to the power of minus 2. So what you have to multiply to get z to the power of minus 2 plus z to the power of minus 4 into z square is z to the power of minus 2. So here you will get z to the power of minus 2, and here you get plus z to the power of minus 4, and then again here sign change, so that we need not require. Okay, up till three terms if you get, go here, write the quotient. So it is 1 minus z to the power of minus 2 plus z to the power of minus 4, and so on. Then what we have to do, we have to take the inverse. Taking inverse, so what we will get here, so it is del of n minus del of n minus 2 plus del of n minus 4, and so on. So this is our first condition, mod z greater than 1. So what is our second condition, mod z lesser than 1. So let me go to the second condition, mod z lesser than 1. What we have to do? We have to write in a different way, 1 plus z square, and this is as z square. So what you have to multiply to get z square? So multiply by z square to get z square here. So here z square plus z square, sorry, z square into z square, it is z to the power of 4. Again change the sign. What you have to do, this thing and this things get cancelled, so here you will get minus z to the power of 4. Then multiply it. So what you have to multiply, minus z to the power of 4 to get here as minus z to the power of 4, minus z to the power of 4 into z square, it is minus z to the power of 6. Then change the sign, so these things cancels off, so here you get z to the power of 6. So what you have to do again, you have to multiply by z to the power of 6 to get here z to the power of 6. So this terms we did not write it further, so we have got the first three terms. So what is our quotient? So z square minus z to the power of 4 plus z to the power of 6 plus so on. So taking inverse, so what you will get, quotient as del of n plus 2 minus del of n plus 4 plus del of n plus 6, and so on. So this is your, inverse set. So the same method, and it is very easy. Okay, so for today we will do one last problem and one homework problem I'll give you, and we can wrap it up the class for today. So see the question here. So what we have got, x of z is equal to 1 divided by 1 minus 1 minus 1.5 into z to the power of minus 1 plus 0.5 into z to the power of minus 2. So multiply the numerator by z square and denominator by z square. So what you will get here, z square divided by z square minus 1.5 into z plus 0.5. So first condition, mod z greater than 1. Write the numerator as it is, denominator as z square minus 1.5 into z plus 0.5. So what we have to multiply here, 1. So it will be z square minus 1.5 into z plus 0.5. Then what we have to do, we have to change the sign. So let me change the sign for you guys. So this thing, z square minus z square will get cancelled off, so here you will get as 1.5z and minus 0.5. So what you have to multiply here, it is plus 1.5 z to the power of minus 1. So if you multiply this one here, you'll get 1.5 into z minus 2.25 plus 0.5. So then you have to change the sign. So this gets cancelled off. Here you'll get something as like 1.75. So what you have to do here? plus 1.75 z to the power of minus 1. So get the first three terms. Okay, no, did not do everything. So if you get the first three terms is more than enough. So our quotient is 1 plus 1.5 z to the power of minus 1 plus 1.75 z to the power of minus 1 and so on. So what should be your inverse z transform? So this should be z to the power of minus 2. Okay, I have made some mistake, sorry for that. So del of n plus 1.5 into del of n minus 1 plus 1.75 into del of n minus 2 and so on. Okay, same thing. Okay, okay, there is no difference here. It's like one methodology we are going to apply for different problems. For mod z less than half, what you have to do, numerator as it is, denominator you write in a different fashion, like zero point 0.5 minus 1.5 into z plus z square. So this you divide, you should get quotient as 2z square plus 6z cube plus 14z to the power of 4. So this you have to do. So if everything I'll do for you, there will be nothing else to do. So you have to practice it. Okay, so taking the inverse, you'll get quotient as 2 into del of n plus 2 plus 6 into del of n plus 3 plus 14 into del of n plus 4 and so on. Okay, so this is your quotient. So let us go to the last problem for today, and let us wrap up with this problem. So given the question, x of z is equal to z by z minus 2 for mod z greater than 2 and mod z lesser than 2. So mod z greater than 2, z minus 2 as it is, here it is z. So what you have to multiply? 1. So 1 side is z minus 2. Then change the sign. Again, this z and z cancels off. So what you will get? 2. So in order to get 2, what you have to multiply? Plus 2 into z to the power of minus 1. So it is 2 minus 4z. So minus 4z plus, so sorry, minus 4z to the power of minus 1 here. So again it is plus, it is minus. So here you have to get 4z to the power of minus 1. So what you have to multiply? Plus 4z to the power of minus 2. So this is your quotient. So 1 plus 2z to the power of minus 1 plus 4z to the power of minus 2 and so on. Taking the inverse, what do you get? So q is equal to del of n plus 2 into del of n minus 1 plus 4 into del of n minus 2 and so on. So this is your inverse z for mod z greater than 2. For mod z less than 2, for mod z less than 2, we have to write it ulta, minus 2 plus z. So what you have to multiply? Minus 0.5 into z. So minus 0.5 into z into minus 2, it is plus z, and it is minus 0.5 z square. Again you have to change the sign. So here you will get 0.5 z square. So in order to get 0.5 z square, you have to multiply by minus 0.25 z square. So multiply that one, you get here 0.5 z square and minus 0.25 z cube. Again what you have to do? Change the sign. So this term cancels off. Here you get 0.25 z cube. So what you have to multiply here? Minus 0.125 z cube. So these things you can do it. Okay, get the three terms, that is more than enough. So what is the quotient you will get? Minus 0.5 into z minus 0.25 into z square and minus 0.125 z cube and so on. So taking the inverse, so what do you get? So q is equal to minus 0.5 into del of n plus 1 and minus 0.25 into del of n plus 2 minus 0.125 into del of n plus 3 and so on. So this is your quotient. Sorry, this is your inverse z or time series. Okay. So I think for today, I think the concept was easy. The concept was finding the inverse Z transform using power series method or long division method. So I think we have solved enough problems. So try to refer some textbooks to get more number of problems and try to solve this one. So using long division method. So in the next class, we'll see about the Z transform on LTI system, particularly on stable system and causal system. We'll solve some problems with respect to that. And then we will go to, after that, we'll go to in the Wednesday's class, we'll go to unilateral Z transform and we'll solve problems with respect to that and we will wrap it up. So, yeah, we'll meet in next class. Make sure you submit your assignment within today evening. I have extended the deadline, so make sure you understand every problem which I have given and then you solve it and you submit it. Okay, that's all for today. Bye.